Now I'm gonna have to like merge a video together because I don't do no introductions, but the wannabe introduction, the beginning of whatever. Anyways, so like I was saying, I know y'all gonna find the flaw in it because I be looking at some of y'all videos and I don't be seeing nothing wrong with some of the shit y'all be doing, and y'all be like, ooh, it's messed up right here, ooh, this or that or that, whatever. Like I said, this is not a human wig. It was $20. I've been packing it around with me for like 2 years. Um, I ain't never had no, like, I ain't never wore it. I don't really be going nowhere, to be honest. I'm a fake extrovert. Like, I know how to be the life of the party. I know how to be a social butterfly. I know how to make people feel comfortable and feel the vibe when I enter a space and not cause any friction in that space and never make the space worse than how I found it. But I don't like being around people. I didn't say I don't like people because y'all be like, nay, no, change them words. I don't like being around groups of people. I like being um, in my space with my kids or with myself. And when I do um, go around people uh, of my choice, not because, like if I choose, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to go do this or go see this person or whatever. Please believe it's a friend. It's a friend. It's not an associate. It's not a coworker. It's not someone from the PTA meeting. It's a friend. Like, and I don't take friend lightly. I don't. People. A lot of people think I'm mean, and I'm not mean. I don't do the hey friend, because I what the definition of a word is what I take it as. So I'm not laxed with that word. I'm not laxed with a lot of stuff. Like people be like, oh, you know what I'm talking about? I don't. I know what the word means that you're saying, and I don't understand how that's going. So whatever uh, terminology you switched the definition of the word to in your slang or with your friends, I don't know what it is. I don't. So if you don't just tell me in layman's terms, I'm probably just gonna walk off because that means the conversation is useless. It has no purpose, no meaning. If we can't understand each other, we're about to get frustrated, irritated, or negative. We don't need to be in each other's presence if we causing each other to turn negative. That's why I say I don't like to if I'm dating someone, and I don't date too often. I don't date like make a commitment to a person as far as I'm gonna be with this person around them 24/7, all this stuff. No, because I don't want somebody around me all the time. Um, I may have a intimate partner and I'm intimate with this one person whenever I need to be intimate. But even that has changed because I had a partner, and after like 2, 3 years, I think that he got complacent in our agreement. And I feel that he was thinking he was going to have some leeway or something, like thinking like, oh, we're friends. I mean, we were friends. We did become friends because aside from us just being intimate, like it wasn't just like, okay, thanks, I'm out of here, like pull out and walk out. It became like a friendship because whenever my kids wasn't home, like he would come through. And sometimes like they might be at their dad's, say it's the summertime, they might be at their dad's for like a whole month if they didn't have no summer school or something. And I wasn't gonna go to his house because he has his kids, and his kids are older than mine. Like one is in her, like she's in her early 20s, and one is like towards the end of high school. So his kid, well, yeah, his kids are older than mine, but still in the same. That's even worse, like because they know what they know. I just don't want to be around them. Shit, I ain't even finna make no excuse, no lie. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. That don't have nothing to do with it. The whole point was so we would be at my house, which, like I said, I prefer. Now it didn't start like that. When we first started hooking up, we would meet at a hotel, a motel, or whatever, and we'd kick it for a little bit. And 9 times out of 10, when he fall asleep, I'm boning out. But it got to the point where it was like, okay, I can trust you in my home. Like my kids ain't gonna be there. I feel I can trust you around my things, and because I got to know him a little bit better. So we started meeting in my comfort zone, and after a few years, and he stayed like one time. I remember he stayed for like a week and a half, and I was just like, all right, so I guess I'll see you like next week or something. And he was like, oh, you have to do something? I said, yeah, I have to be alone. He said, oh, so you found some company? No, I'm going to be alone. Like, I'm not going to have no company. So I tried to say, like, it's really no point in you being here. My period is coming on. And he was like, well, I mean, we ain't got to do nothing. Like, we could just chill. And I was like, I need to be alone. Point blank period. That's it. Like, I feel myself getting to that point of I've been around people long enough. So that's I done got all off track. Like if y'all know me, if y'all knew me, y'all would know I can't never stick to a story. I don't think I like this, but I'm gonna try and see if I could just fix it though. But this is really big, which is good because I have a very wide face. A lot of people be like, I've had a lot of people, Jamaicans and Africans, like thought I was like Jamaican or African or something like that. I don't know why they say because I have a big face. So, but he came. So I have a new place now, and he came by, and we was talking all night, and he was like he was tired and stuff like that, and I was when he came, I was putting some food up that I had made, and I ended up not eating, really eating none of it. And then so I was like, oh, I'm finna put this food up. Are you hungry? You can have some if you want. So he ate some food and stuff, and he took a shower. He went in the bedroom. I went took a shower thinking and he was asleep. So I said, okay, I'm gonna let him rest. So I said, let me rest. So I went to sleep. Woke up like 3 a.m, like all up on it. And he just grabbed me to cuddle. And, we did a little something, but it was more so like that. It was like one of them sessions that you have if you live with somebody, you see them every day, all the time, and you are always being satisfied. So this little cuddle, love making for the minutes would be okay. Like when I was married, something like that would be okay because I was getting it multiple times every day. So that was okay. But I'm not getting that with him. And so, no, it's not okay. And then you grab me to cuddle and go back to sleep. I don't even like to sleep like that. Like, but I'm trying not to be mean or nothing, you know? So then he get up and he like, oh, I'm gonna go get some breakfast. And this is and that. I said, oh, you finna go home? And he was like, no, I was gonna bring us back to breakfast. I said, oh, okay. So he come back and I'm like, so are we, I don't know if I can say that word on there. So are we or not? And he was like, well, yeah, we can. But, your kids, you said they're going to be gone for a couple of days. I just was trying to chill with you. That wasn't our agreement. He's a nice man. He's a very nice man. He's very interesting. He's very smart, which is what attracted me to him. But you're not my man. We had an agreement. I've never tried to spoon you and call it okay. Because I didn't ask to be spooned. And I don't know. Maybe like my mom tells me all the time I'm very mean. She's like, you're heartless. So I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. But at the end of the day, his time ended, you know? It was like, I don't know if you, I don't know. But so that happened. And then the next time he came, we did what we did. But it started being more of like, it started being more of like, stuff that your man would do. Like, why did you come lay up in this bed and grab a book and start telling me about what you're reading? I can read when you're not here. Like, let me read the waistband of your drawers. That's what I'm trying to read. Shit. But I guess he was feeling something different. Like, I like him. I mean, I care about him a whole lot, you know? I'll buy him a birthday gift and stuff like that. But we had an agreement. I don't know. You know what? Maybe that's why that stocking cap is very important. And this thing, maybe because I'm bald now, like it's really not tight. Like, that's crazy. Let me show y'all this brush I got that I feel like y'all better get. I don't know what it's for actually, because I know it ain't for my hair. It might be. I don't know. But I found this brush, and when I tell you, it's like heaven on a scalp. And if your hair is not, like, say if you just washed your hair, like my daughter, her hair is, of course, it's longer than this, and it's thicker, and she have very tight coily hair. So when I wash it, even if I deep condition it coming out in the tub, like once she get out, when it's wet, it's going to wrap around each other. So I use this, and you would think, because it's rubber, you would think it wasn't gonna do shit, but it do. I put some leave-in conditioner in her hair, and it do, and she don't cry with it. I use this on my grandson. His mom had his hair in a ponytail, and when he came over here, I was like, let me take this rubber band out. And so his hair was tangled and stuff, because, he sleeping on the ponytail, playing and stuff like that. Combed it out with this. It don't got no name. But I know somebody's gonna find the what do they call that thing? What do they call it when it's a dupe? This they're gonna find the real one. I don't like that wig. I need a stocking cap. Let me see something. Maybe if I thought that was gonna make it flatter. thought I had a friend. Let me see. Maybe if I slick rick it. Because my name is Drew Down, not slick rick. I made some gel and some edge control, and it works so good. So this one was this dollar blue gel. That's why it's blue, but it was just barely a little in there. And I had some dang, what is that gel? It's not this one, but it was a pink one. And I had a little bit of that left, so I put it in here. And I had a can of mousse that was just a little bit in here, and so I put it in here, right? And what else? Oh, I think that was it. And I mixed it up. Bomb.com, it works with bomb.com. So with this one, it was a little bit of this in here, like barely any left. And this ain't the one. I think the one I had mixed. Oh no, here. So this edge control it's like greasy. It's like live. That's if it feel like you about to have some edge control, but then when you rub it on your hair, you like, nah, this is Dax. But then when you brush it in, you like, nah, this is grease. So it low-key remind me of Live. So I had put the edge controller was in here, was a barely little left. And I put some of this orange one in and some holding spray, some hairspray, right? It works so good. But, let me see. Oh, and I have put some of this in here. I was going to mix some stuff together. Oh, it was barely any of this left. And this is what I poured in the gel. That's why it's empty. So I'ma slick my hair down and tie it down and let it I still gotta tie it down if I blow dry because it's not gonna go how I want it. So yeah. And now I got this, and I think that I use some on my daughter, my 5-year-old daughter, but it don't count to me using stuff on her hair because first off, I do something to her hair like almost every day just because of the person she is. And I mean, she asked me to, so shit. Like if I do her a style and I say, oh, it's gonna be for the week, but it's been 3 days, and like, like some kids will go for the week. They'll wait till school is out. She's gonna say, so were you gonna fix my hair? And I'll be like, ain't nothing wrong with your hair. She'll be like, this. I said, okay, hold on. I guess she thought I wasn't gonna do it. I come back, this girl talking about, look, I'm doing my edges, but she's brushing it like she's looking in the mirror, so I know why she was brushing it the wrong way. Because I can't do my hair in the mirror. My hair is falling out. That's why I cut my locks out, because they were falling out. Like, I don't know if it's because I was fucking up. And when I started my locks, I had cut all my hair off because I was like, okay, I know for a fact I'm about to do right. And so I'm going to cut all this toxic hair out and start anew so my crown could be blessed and forget the trauma that bled into that scalp. So my locks was beautiful. Then when I lost my place, I started fucking up and doing bullshit and stuff. Beetles was flying around me every day. Every day I walked out the door, a beetle was flying around me. A freaking dove sat on my head out of the clear blue at 3 in the morning. Like, every being, like, on this mound was trying to tell me to get my shit together. And then my locks, I wasn't re-twisting them how I was supposed to. And I never used to do this before, but every time I was stressing, I started twisting them, like not twisting them to retwist, but twisting them, stressing. And I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't noticing it until one day I twisted one and it was in my hand. So what the fuck? Then my locks just started coming out on their own. I had all the perimeter, but the middle part was like literally I went from having 68 thick locks that was all married, because when I first started my locks, they was thinner. I had like 89 locks. So the ones that were smaller, I married them to make them thicker. Some was already a little bit thick, but either way, they ended up how I wanted them. So they was like probably like this thick. And I had 68 of them. The day I decided to cut my locks out, and I would take the perimeter of them and put them up in a messy bun, like a small short one, and take the end of the bun and flip it back like around, so, and then like this, so locks would hang down and it would look fuller and it would cover up this whole middle part. And the day I cut them out, I had 11 locks in my head. I kid you not. And I didn't think that, because I done cut my hair so many times, but I didn't have locks before. And it was different. It was so different. Like, I couldn't even fathom the pain I was going to feel. First off, I cut them because I was going backwards. And I felt if I didn't fully sacrifice something that I started because I was doing good and doing right and living how I was supposed to. So it's like that's what they were blessed to me. That's why they were blessed to me, you know? That's why my hair stayed so healthy, and that's why it came so easy for me to do locks and do other people's hair and grow their hair, because I was doing it under the right state of mind. And I couldn't afford to go to the shop and stuff all the time. So it's like, I feel like when you're doing right and you're doing what you're supposed to do, like whatever you need in life, what you need is going to always be accessible as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. And I'm not gonna lie, like it was, I never, when I'm doing right, I never need anything. I never hardly really want anything either, because it just don't. As long as my necessities are met, I don't be wanting for nothing. Like, I want for my kids to be happy. That's what I want. I want for my kids to live better than me. I want for them to not fuck up. I want for them to look at my fuck ups and take it as they fly ups. You know what I'm saying? And I tell them all the time, I done fucked up so much in life in so many fucking areas on such a grand mass that you should have the smoothest sailing life. You should fly so high. You should accomplish so much, because all you got to do is do the opposite of what I did. If you don't know, if you weren't there when I did what I did, come ask me, because I'm pretty sure I done did whatever you finna do. And, you know, like at first my son, he was like hiding shit being I said, you don't have to hide from me. You don't have to be sneaky because I'm not here to make you do nothing. I'm here to just be here if you need me or want me. I'm not here to make you listen to me or nothing because it's your life. Like, I've taught you what you need to know. I've talked to you about what you need to know. I've got in your head, you know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that if something happened to me today, like my kids could survive. They could survive and they would survive on a grand level, like at altitudes unbreathable. Because not only would they survive, but they work together. They support each other, like they fight for each other. They advocate for each other. They teach each other what they learning. My 5-year-old is teaching my 9-year-old Spanish. Every time one of my kids come back and they done learn something new, they be like, hey, Mom, guess what? Such, such, such. And then one of these siblings be like, what is that? And I be like, oh, there you go. Sit down with them. Like, and that, I really love them for that. I really love them for that. And they so just awesome. Like, they're so freaking amazing. They didn't complain when we was homeless. They didn't complain when we didn't have no food. They just said, it's all right, man. We'll be all right soon. They didn't cry. They cried at times for things, about things, which that it was all valid. Like, I feel like they could have, if they would have cried every day, I would have understood. They didn't cry. They wiped my tears. And even though, like, I've done some things that just fucked me over, which caused them to be fucked over because they not old enough to leave my presence and go on their own. Well, they wasn't at the time, but now, you know, they're, they still thought I was awesome. They still thought I was worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't even, like, I don't even think nobody will even understand what I'm saying because people, ain't nobody alive that think I'm worth shit. Everybody that loved me is gone. Everybody that loved me genuinely, unconditionally, never downed me, never talked shit when I was in my shit, they loved me the same on every level of me. They never changed. They never talked shit about me behind my back. They talked shit to my face and said, get your shit together. I love you. And I got every fucking church I've ever visited, every friend I know that's in a church praying for you. I got 23 churches praying for you, my grandma told me one time. My only desire at that time in life was to get out and show her that she didn't waste her time. When I left, my grandmother was, she wasn't healthy, but she was good to go. You know, she was good. She had a little breathing problem because she smoked a lot of cigarettes and she smoked a lot of, I asked her, like, I asked people, why you smoke so many cigarettes? Why do it take you to smoke? Like, are you doing it just because they there? Because if that's the case, you know, like I could, or is it like out of habit? Like what? And she said, because these cigarettes are weak. I said, weak? I said, what you talking about? You picked them. She said, all the cigarettes they make are weak because this is not how cigarettes used to be made. And I started understanding that when she started smoking cigarettes, they was on a level of you smoke half of one and you're dizzy and you're feeling like something done took you up a little bit to in a very mediocre euphoria. I don't even know if you could put them two together, but you might have thought you was in euphoria, but it was all a facade and it was very mediocre. But that's how heavy the cigarettes was. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it only makes sense that if I used to get like, whoop, drugs, I don't need no drugs. All I need is a fourth of a cigarette. If they was that strong, you know. That's why they, older people, I don't know if y'all ever seen like an older person that like born like the 40s or earlier, drink or smoke or something, have a habit for a substance, they go hard because shit was more potent, it was heavier, and it was a real drug to them. She was telling me about a lot of stuff, shit that you thought that I would have thought I would have learned in school, because it was stuff like, this is history, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't. I didn't. Maybe they didn't think it was important enough. Like, I didn't learn about non-black races being enslaved from school. They never spoke on it. And I know that schools talk about the Holocaust now. I don't remember when I was in school being taught about the Holocaust. I remember learning about it, but we didn't go to that museum of damn, I can't think of the name of it. It's the museum with all the Holocaust stuff. But I forgot what I was gonna say. When I came back home. She was in a hospice. My best friend. So, my maternal grandmother and my paternal grandmother were my best friends. And I got to be blessed because they were very close friends. So, a lot of times, I would go to visit one and get a 2-for-1 because they together. My daddy, not bio, but Rezo, the one that raised me, he was more than my best friend. Like, he was my biggest cheerleader, my greatest supporter in everything. Smooth out all the problems. I could have ran a car into the school and knocked down all the classrooms in a domino effect. My daddy gonna say, it's okay, baby girl, you didn't do nothing wrong. Daddy gonna fix it. Every time. Every time. I remember I was little. My daddy had a problem. He had a substance problem. But it didn't stop him from being a great daddy. Because I remember one time, when I tell y'all he fixed every problem, I remember I was getting bullied, right? And I didn't have no siblings. And so I told my daddy, and he said, baby girl, you're going to have to figure it out because daddy can't go up there beating up them kids. I'll get in trouble. I said, okay. And I really was going to try and figure it out myself because I thought that's what I had to do, you know? And so if y'all have chapped lips, like it's not good. Like it is good to just wear out and about because they got different colors, but I didn't know if the color would actually put a tint on your lips. So I wear it under something I put it on at night. But if your lips be getting chapped, this Be Pure Hydrating Lip Gloss from Dollar Tree, it worked good. I normally put it on like at night when I get off the shower. But the winter fucks me over. So now mind you, I said he had a substance problem, right? He didn't work. And a lot of times he didn't have no money. But he always got me stuff, you know? He always took me somewhere. So we was walking down the street and all the little young boys in the neighborhood, they played basketball and stuff. And my dad was big. He used to be a bodybuilder. And go down to Venice Beach. And so they was like, where you going? Where you going? He's like, oh, we went to the beach. And so a lot of times their fathers would not be around. And so he'd go out there, play basketball with them and stuff, you know, teach them how to ride their bike or something. And he was like, I want to go. Can I go? And so like a group of them was like, they want to go. He was like, yeah, we got to go ask your mom. He didn't have no car. I don't think I ever seen my daddy drive a day in my life. And so he went, asked their moms, whatever. We hopped on the bus. We go to the beach. Mind you, he didn't have no money. So I don't know how we all ended up with corn dogs and hot dogs and fries. And how we all ended up on the carousel. And then we got on the bus and went back. And the sun was still out when we got back. And we outside and stuff. Some kids riding their bike and stuff. And so he sit down on the curb. He watching me. And so I go sit next to him. And then the other kids start coming. And they like, the little boys like, I was like the only girl. The little boys was like, yeah, you my homie, man. I'm your homie. Like they try to be cool with me and stuff. He like, yeah, we homies. He was like, so that means if y'all my homies, y'all my daughter's homies, right? They said, yeah, we her homie too. And then they looked at me, you my homegirl. And he was like, so that means if she your homegirl, y'all gotta make sure she good. Like when people be, and they, ain't nobody gonna mess with her. Nuh-uh, that's that. Man, let me tell y'all something. I went back to school. Not a day after they said that did anybody ever fuck with me again. To this day, some of them boys are still my friends. A lot of them done passed away, but my dad was never in no gang. Never in a gang. And he was big, and those boys admired him. They admired his size. They admired his presence, his availability. You know, they appreciated it, and so that made them include me. You know, and because I did not have a voice back then, I was not secure in myself enough, and I did not feel that if I walked up to some kids and introduced myself, I didn't feel that they would accept me, you know. I was not in a place where I thought I was pretty. I just looked at everybody else and thought they was better, you know. My daddy telling me it, to me that didn't count. It was like, you're gonna tell me that because you're my dad. As I got older, you know, he would say it, and I say, I appreciate it, but not trying to sound like I'm just boy crazy, but I want to hear it from a God. That's not my family. I don't want to hear from my cousins, my uncles, and I don't know if they understood it in the sense that I wasn't putting down their compliment, but their compliment felt like it was must, like it's law with the adults in your family to, I know that I'm not saying that they all do it, but I'm saying that when they do, I feel that they doing it out of love. And you saying I'm beautiful may not really read off as beautiful. It may read off as you love me so much and you got to be around me enough to see what I'm capable of and who I could be. And they tell you so smart, you just that. And I said, I don't mean to even sound shallow. I don't want to be smart. I don't care if someone thought something about me. Oh God. I just wanted to be called pretty. I gotta call y'all back. Somebody's calling. I know y'all probably can't hear me, but I'm gonna finish it later.